lovelies, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, what's up? My name's Courtney Marie. I post videos every single day, so there's always something new to watch. Why not hit that subscribe button and stick around? So today we're going to be talking all about my drugstore favorites for 2018. I have a lot of products to get through, so let's jump into it. Starting with primer, I've been really into serum primers lately. This one from Sports Girl you cannot get anymore, but it is a holy grail of mine, and I did find something really similar, so I wanted to talk about both of them. This is the Glow Illuminating Serum Primer from Sports Girl. I do have a backup of this one, but recently I tried out the Revolution Superfruit Extract Primer, and they are literally the same thing. This one from Revolution you can still purchase, and it smells amazing. It literally smells like cake. This is what the serum looks like. It has a hollow, sort of iridescent finish to it. Not sure if you'll be able to see that, but it just leaves your skin feeling really tacky and hydrated, ready for makeup application. This is a primer that has skincare in it, so it's sort of like a two-in-one, like serum, primer, skincare type of thing. Very sort of reminiscent of the Favourties drops, but at an affordable price point. So this is from Revolution. You can purchase it online at Shop Revolution, which I will link in the description box down below. But this is vegan and cruelty free. It is a beautiful primer. It increases longevity of your makeup and just makes your skin feel so hydrated. I do have oily skin, but I feel when I'm hydrated, I'm less oily. So I do really like this primer, and it is very similar to this Glow primer from Sports Girl that you guys have heard me talk about time and time again. Next favorite for 2018 is the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. So this is something I discovered in the last few months. I really like the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, but it is so expensive, and I decided to try this one out just to see if they were similar, and they're actually the exact same thing. So I've been reaching for this one more because it's just in a nice little bottle. It's like travel friendly, it's easier to use, and it's just such an affordable price point. So I've actually been reaching for this over my Hourglass one, and I've used like almost half of the bottle already. I absolutely love it. This is like an everyday type of primer for me. I usually apply it on my chin and my nose where my pores are heavy. This is like a skin perfecting primer, so it goes on sort of like a moisturizer, and as you smooth it out, it does feel a little bit silicone-y, but not as gross as those like clear gel mattifying primers that you get. So I really like this one. I definitely recommend it as well if you're looking for a dupe of the Hourglass. The primer I have to talk about is from Revolution Pro. This is their Blur Stick Universal Face Primer. This is supposed to be a dupe of the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I cannot get that in Australia, so I opted for this one instead. I absolutely love it. It is so convenient. It's obviously a stick blurring primer. It does feel a little bit silicone-y. It does have silicone in it. Most of these types of primers that are pore minimizing, skin smoothing, they usually have like dimethicone, silicone, that kind of stuff. It doesn't feel too greasy. It basically reminds me of a stick version of the Professional, but I feel like Professional has a tendency to make my makeup slip and slide, whereas this is so convenient. I just go around my chin, around my nose, and if I have any like pimples or pore areas, I'll do that as well. And I don't even have to like rub in like the silicone feeling with those greasy primers that just feel disgusting. This is so convenient, and this is a product that I literally use every single day. I love it so much. It wasn't expensive. I think this was $18, which at the time I was like, oh, that's a bit expensive, but it is huge. Like, it's ginormous. You get 30 grams of product in here, which is a lot. It's like heavy, it feels luxurious, it looks luxurious, and it's gonna last me like a really long time. There's like a lot of product in here, so definitely worth the price. It is an amazing product. Foundation, I have two from Revolution. One is from Revolution Pro and one is just from Makeup Revolution. So the first one is the Revolution Pro Foundation Drops. These are such a lightweight consistency, but are super full coverage. So you don't get a lot of product in here. You only get 18 mil, which is not a lot of product, but it is a super affordable price point. These are cruelty free as well, and you don't need a lot, just like 1 or 2 drops. These are like pure pigment. They feel extremely lightweight. They remind me a lot of the NYX foundation drops that came out like last year, I think, but these are beautiful. I have the shade F1, which is the lightest shade, but if you want something that feels like water but is super full coverage and lasts all day, I definitely recommend the foundation drops. Then I have the Revolution Stick Foundation. This is in the shade F1. Now, I don't love this one by itself, and it took me a long time to sort of get into it. When I first got it, I loved it, but then I realized that it broke up on my skin and it didn't last very long. But I love using this underneath my foundation, like, I don't know, as like an initial coverage. If I've got like a lot of pimples on my chin, or my under eyes are looking really not good, or if I want like a super full coverage makeup look, I'll just go in with like one swipe of this, and it is so full coverage that it just is amazing. And putting a foundation over the top helps blend this out like just like a dream. It is beautiful. It's just like a pure pigment stick. Like, it is so pigmented, so full coverage. I can't wear this just by itself because of my oily skin, but if you had dry skin, I feel like you would really like this. But I'm so happy that I sort of discovered a way to make it work for me, because if I've got like acne going on, just one swipe underneath my foundation and it's good to go. Or under eye bags, or if I want like a super full coverage, I'll do like a couple swipes on my cheeks, on my chin, foundation over the top, and then you are like extremely full coverage and ready to go. So I love both of these. I have a lot of Revolution products to recommend. That's because I just adore their base products so much. I have two products from Catrice. You cannot get Catrice here in Australia, so I'm not going to harp on too long. But this is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation in the shade Light Beige. The shade is too dark for me, but I usually mix it with this foundation from BYS, which is the Pure Silk Serum Foundation. This is extremely watery. This is like super thick, and this basically just doesn't really do much by itself. It's just like really watery. It's a serum foundation, so I usually mix the two of these together so that I get the color of this one, but like the finish and the formula of this one, because this is like just, I don't know, it doesn't really do much. It is just sort of like a serum with pigment in it. It's like really watery. So I love mixing these two together, but like the powerhouse of that combination is definitely the Catrice one. I have worn it by itself as well, so I do know how the formula performs. It is just matte. It feels like skin. It's amazing. It smells beautiful. It lasts literally like 24 hours. It literally says on the bottle it does, and it does. Like, it lasts so long. I love it. And also the Liquid Camouflage Concealer. As you can see, I'm almost finished, and I'm so sad because you can't get these in Australia. My partner had to bring these over from South Africa when she went and visited, and they are amazing. I love it. So yeah, this concealer is the Liquid Camouflage Concealer from Catrice, and I have the shade, where's the shade name? Does it not have a shade name? Oh, there it is. 005 Light Natural. So I love these products, and I cannot stress enough, if you live in the US and you haven't tried Catrice, what are you doing with yourself? Like, I want to try so many Catrice products, but you just cannot get them here. So I really wish that Ulta shipped internationally, but unfortunately they do not. So any people that can get Catrice in their country, definitely try it, because these products are amazing. Concealer, this is my holy grail concealer. I wear this every single day. This is my, like, I'm going to work, I'm filming a video, like, this is my everyday concealer. I have it on today, like, no foundation, just concealer underneath my eyes and on my chin. That's it. And the rest of my face is just a little bit of setting powder and, you know, some cream contour, blush. That's it. I have freckles. I love wearing this to work. I just literally wear it underneath my eyes, my chin. That's it. And my skin, you know, usually looks really healthy. This is like my 5th, 6th bottle of this stuff. It's amazing. You can get it in Australia, you can get it in the US, you can get it wherever you are. And it's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer. It is honestly the best concealer I've ever used. The shade is like a little bit too dark for me, but the formula is just too amazing to pass it up. It is honestly stunning. Holy Grail powder is the Models Prefer CC Unbelievable Color Correcting Mineral Powder. This is a baked powder. As you can see, when you sort of swipe it, it just has like this beige color, but it has like a luminosity to it. It is just the most natural setting powder I've ever come across, and I'm gonna constantly repurchase this because I absolutely love it, honestly. it was like a dome, and I've just been digging. I feel like I'm gonna hit pan on it soon, and I absolutely love this product. Definitely gonna repurchase it as soon as I run out. It is beautiful. You cannot get Models Prefer in anywhere else other than Australia, unfortunately, but you can pick up this in Priceline if you are Australian. Going hard on this e.l.f. under eye setting powder. When I first bought this, I was like really just not happy with how small it was. I was like, I'm gonna go through that so quickly, and I've had this for a long time. I only have a tiny bit left, but I've been going hard with this powder. It is such a beautiful under eye setting powder. That is literally all I use it for, to set underneath my eyes, and this small little thing actually lasts a long time. A lot of people have compared this to the Laura Mercier powder, and if the Laura Mercier powder is anything like this, I need to look into it, because this is such a beautiful setting powder, and it's like $8 or something for like a little tub in Australia, and I'm pretty sure it's like $3 in the US, which is super annoying. Like $3 for this, you could buy like so many, but $8 for something so small is just like a little bit questionable. It's still super affordable, and I absolutely adore this powder. I definitely recommend it. e.l.f. at Big W and Kmart, I believe, in Australia. Also, they do have an Aussie website that has Afterpay, and in the US, pretty sure they sell e.l.f. at a lot of places. Loose powders that I've been loving. This one is the Perfectly Peachy Brightening Setting Powder from Sports Girl. Mine is completely empty, and I'm honestly devastated because I absolutely love this powder. It is $15, which is like a little bit pricey. But yeah, I definitely need to pick up another one of these, but I just haven't got around to it. So I've been diving into this powder a lot, seeing as this one is empty, and I've literally almost finished this one too. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder. This is honestly a holy grail for me. Both of these are absolutely amazing powders. I like this one a little bit better, but this is just an amazing option as well. If you're in the US, definitely try the Match Perfection powder. You can pick this up in Australia at like Chemist Warehouse, Big W, Target, just everywhere. So, and Sports Girl, obviously in Australia, it is a clothing retailer, so you can pick it up in store and online, but unfortunately Sports Girl is an Australian only brand. But both of these powders are absolutely stunning. A cream contour stick from Revolution. This comes in a pack, but I really just like the actual contour shade, not the highlight shade. When I first bought this, I did not like it at all. I thought it was absolutely awful, but I've recently approached it a different way. So I used to full on draw on my face with the crayon, you know, do a bit up here, do a bit there, and then I'd turn to the cooler tone side, draw a bit on, and then I would try and blend it out with a brush or a beauty blender or whatever. So I do have this on today. It is a little bit patchy just because I have some pimples right on my contour line, but I recently discovered that if I go in with the brush and swirl it around on the contour stick and then go in and blend it, it looks absolutely beautiful, and I love it. So especially when I don't wear foundation and I just wear concealer like I have today, blends beautifully, looks amazing, and you know, I don't have too much powder on my face other than like blush and highlight. So I've been absolutely loving doing that recently, and I'm just happy that I discovered like a different way to use this that works for me. And I can't stress that enough. If something doesn't work for you, like, don't just write it off. Like, a lot of the big beauty gurus that I watch do like first impressions, and that's fine, but I feel like they use it once and it doesn't work for them, and then they just literally throw it out or never use it again. And I'm like, if you're doing a full face of first impressions, not everything is going to work, because products don't mesh well together, formulas don't mesh well together, and it is really hard to do a full face first impressions because you're not used to the products, you're not used to how they blend out, you know, how they set down, like all of that type of stuff. So I feel like you have to just try and make products work for you until you find a way that it does, or if like you've tried to find a way to make it work and it still doesn't, you know, then you can get rid of it. But these were sort of just sitting in my drawer and I wasn't really doing anything with them, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try do this. and I absolutely love it now, and I use it every single day. So definitely just recommend this contour stick. It's not so easy to blend out if you full on draw it on your face, but using it this way I absolutely love. So moving on to highlight, I have 4. I talk about highlight all the time, so I'm going to be super quick. This is the NYX Love You So Mochi highlighter palette. These are like a hybrid of a cream powder. So if you can see my fingerprint in them, they are like a gel consistency, but these are a beautiful, more, when I say natural, I mean like natural for me, but I'll just swatch them. Like they are just like that sort of wet looking highlight rather than like a glitter sheen, and I really love that. This is one of my favorite highlighters of 2018, that's why it's in this video obviously, but it is absolutely beautiful and I definitely recommend it. In Australia you can pick this up at Priceline. Next I have the Revolution Pro Supreme Highlighter in Ice. Mainly this middle one, it is honestly the most blinding highlight I've ever seen in my life, and like I think it's $11 for this trio, and I don't really use the other 2 on my face. I like to use them as inner corner highlights, but this middle one is absolutely blinding. It's $11 Australian. You can get it on Revolution's website. Next I have one from Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Highlighter in the shade Pearl. For starters, the pan in here is amazing. It smells like coconut. It smells really good. Again, this is another like putty formula, which seems to be very trendy, but my light's washing it out. That's it there. It's just a beautiful sort of white highlighter, and I absolutely love it. And the last one is from Savvy, which is an Australian exclusive brand. I've talked about it quite a bit. This was $3. It is on the chunky side, but it is like super blinding. That's it up the top there. And this is the gloss highlighter in the shade Whimsy. So I absolutely adore all of these. I love them. I wear them just on a daily basis. The finish line, moving on to brows, I have 2 products. First is the Savvy Tinted Brow Gel. This isn't like a brow gel as in, you know, it's gonna separate your hairs and make them look like really fluffy. This is like a brow glue. It honestly like just locks your brows into place. It sort of just reminds me of like hair gel with like a little bit of pigment. So if you want to like lock your brows down, this is definitely a good way to go. I usually go in with a couple brow gels just because I love that look. So I usually go in with one like at the front to get my hairs like nice and fluffy, and then I will go in with this like at the tail just to like lock it down, because I have really long brow hairs and they love to just like flick up during the day. So I love this to like lock everything down and my brows do not move. And then I have this brow powder from OXX. This is the OXX Studio Brow Pot in number 3 dark. So I have hit pan on this, and this is also my project pan just because this was only like $3, so I thought I may as well use it up and get another one, seeing as I've already hit pan on it. OXX you can buy at Kmart here in Australia, and I think it was like $2 or $3, and it came with like a brow brush and a brow pencil. I don't use those, but I absolutely love this powder. It's like black and it is perfect for me. So definitely recommend checking out the OXX brow products if you're looking for something super affordable. I have 2 products for eyes. The first is a palette. This is the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. Now I've had this for a long time and I didn't really get much use out of it until recently. I have sort of changed my love of makeup to love cool tones. And this is a very neutral palette with some cool tone mattes, and you've got like some more warm tone shimmers, neutral shimmers, and cool tone shimmers. Yeah, I absolutely love this palette. Reminds me a lot of the Sultry palette, and it is super affordable. You can pick it up on Colourpop. I think they're like $15 US, so it'll be like $17 Australian, which is super affordable. Colourpop formula is honestly one of the best affordable formulas that I've ever tried, so I definitely recommend checking this palette out specifically, but anything from Colourpop that you get will probably be amazing. This little eye liquid shadow from Focalure. This is a product that I haven't had for very long, but I know that it's a holy grail already. I've been looking for a Steeler dupe for so long. This is it. It's beautiful. It is glittery and gorgeous, and it does not budge. And the shade is just like, oh my god, it is beautiful. It is so gorgeous. Since I bought this, I've been wearing it like every single day. So I bought the whole set, and I'm waiting for them to arrive. I think there's like 12 colors in the set, and I'm so excited for that to arrive because I honestly love the formula of this. This is from Folklore. You can purchase it on Shop Folklore. I think it's just folklore.com, and I do have a discount code as well that will get you 30% off. It's just Courtney. So I think these are like $6 US, 30% off. Like, just, these are amazing, honestly amazing. I will leave the link down below. It's not an affiliate code and I'm not sponsored or anything. I just really like this product. At the end, I've been talking a lot, but I have 2 lip products. The first one is from the Body Shop, and it is the matte liquid lipstick in the shade Sydney 014. It is just the perfect red. I've been wearing this non-stop this year. And then an Old Faithful. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Istanbul, and you guys know this is just my perfect pink nude. I love it. I love the formula, and I love these products so much. So that is it for my drugstore favorites of 2018. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a long one, but give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I am gonna do my high-end favorites now, so that should be up shortly as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.